Hi, YouTube. This is a YouTube video. Whoa, Dab, what a crazy online figure I am, huh?
Ben Shapiro is so fucking mad. He's so triggered. Holy shit.
The monolithic nature of the United States media is pretty evident in terms of its politics. People tend to agree on a radical leftist point of view in the media.
For one, this is a fucking lie. To suggest that people in the media are abetting radical left-leaning perspectives when the Democrats and the news organizations they buy are already like starting to fucking rep against Bernie. What he's talking about right now is the Overton Window. But what he's saying is that the Overton Window goes from like really milquetoast right to far left, when in reality it's pretty, I mean, right now our president literally propagates like white nationalist alt-right conspiracy theories. Did Donald Trump recently retweet actual neo-Nazis on Twitter complaining about how they're getting censored? Yes. Does that prove my point? Yes, it does. Ben Shapiro is complaining about the Overton Window because he wants it shunted farther in favor of the alt-right neo-Nazism that he propagates.
I try to provide an honest take on the issues of the day.
You work for the right-wing Breitbart website. Why is that?
And then you went ahead and made the Daily Wire, which is basically identical to Breitbart, except it's got a little bit more of a professional facade.
I mean, haven't the conservatives run out of ideas in America? All the new policies, the Medicare for all, $15 minimum wage, the Green New Deal, they're all coming from the left, and they're popular.
Well, Frank...
Daddy Marx! Socialism, bring it forward. Everything that's being proposed right now by people like AOC and Ilhan Omar are just representative of things that we recognized were a good idea 80 years ago.
The idea that new ideas are absent in the Republican Party is obviously untrue. Should global warming be considered a real threat, or should global warming be considered something that technology will solve?
Sell their houses to who, Ben? Fucking Aquaman!
A fascinating debate for conservative... Yes! That is who I want to have the debate. I want conservative pundits and politicians, many of whom are being paid by the big oil, big gas, big coal lobbies, to be debating whether or not global warming is actually a real serious thing. That's the people who I want having that debate, not the scientists.
It's an actual crisis.
Fuck those guys. They might be biased.
No, there's a rich intellectual debate on the right about nationalism versus patriotism, for example. Or
nationalism versus patriotism? Yeah, potato versus potato? Shut the fuck up. Every single Republican is the exact same flag-waving, gun-holding, Bible-toting dipshit who maintains the exact same position of white and subsequent American exceptionalism. Who invades and displaces and engages in soft imperialist power over developing nations to maintain the business interests of our corporations. You're all the same. There's no fucking rich debate having here.
I'm a big fan of some old ideas myself that I think are pretty good.
Like slavery. To anyone who disagrees with me, you're wrong. Ben Shapiro is pro-slavery.
New abortion laws. A woman who miscarries could get 30 years. These are extreme hard policies.
Well, okay, a couple of things. One, I'm not sure. I mean, frankly, I don't know whether are you an objective journalist or are you an opinion journalist?
Are you a facts journalist or are you a feelings journalist? Because I'm a facts kind of guy, and if you're more of a feelings kind of guy, then we're going to have a problem.
I'm a journalist that asks questions.
Okay, so you're a supposedly objective journalist calling policies with which you disagree barbaric. And
No.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Oh, Jesus Christ. Ben, he just asked you a fucking question. You can't ask conservative questions. You can't even stay. They get so fucking triggered.
Your response to me indicates you have feelings on this matter. I'm more of a facts guy. I'm getting mad!
What I'm asking you is that why is it that a bill banning abortions after a woman has been pregnant for 6 weeks is not a return to the Dark Ages?
There's no brain activity until at least the 27th week.
It's still a person, Brian. It's a woman's responsibility to carry it to term.
What's your answer?
my answer is something called science. Human life
Oh, he's gonna say something so fucking stupid.
exists at conception.
Really?
Hello, friend. I hear you're contemplating having an abortion. But before you do, remember, science has proven that within hours of conception, a human fetus has started a college fund and has already made your first Mother's Day card out of macaroni and glitter.
Fascinating. Ben Shapiro, would you mind pointing to an objective, empirical, scientific determinant as to when human life begins? The answer is you can't. It's a philosophical concept. When does human life begin? Does it begin when the fucking sperm fertilizes the egg?
Peter, it's not a baby, it's a fertilized egg. It's the size of the tip of a pin.
It's alive, isn't it? To kill any living thing is an abortion.
Does it begin in your ball sack when your sperms get produced?
Okay, well, sperm is alive, and every time you masturbate, millions of them die. So is it wrong to kill sperm?
Yes. Yes, it is.
Is human life begin when the egg is
Hi, I'm Ziggy the Zygote.
Uh-oh. What's this?
Go fuck yourself, Ben. This is the
Yeah, I support facts over feelings. Yeah, like facts like when science determined what human life was in 1952.
Go fuck yourself. Fucking idiot. This is exactly why I say I could crush Ben Shapiro in a debate. Because he's a fucking idiot. He's really stupid. He's really dumb. Ben Shapiro is not impressive. What's that tweet that I saw? People have been Ben Shapiro like he's some sort of fake god. He's been like alley-ooping slam dunks, like Fisher-Price, free fall, little basket.
I expected fair treatment, but you asked me a question that criticized my values. You said you were objective. You said you liked facts.
For example, you said
Sure.
Israelis like to build, Arabs like to bomb crap and live in open sewage.
Hey, speaking of fascist rhetoric, literally saying that one race of people is predisposed towards building civilization and another race of people is predisposed towards destroying civilization and living in sewage. Hey, I wonder why I call Ben Shapiro a fucking fascist. This is the height of dehumanization right here. He's literally saying that Arabs have a predisposition to living in garbage and bombing shit.
Yes, I believe that if you are somebody who takes Judaism seriously, that comes along with ideological commitment.
Hey, listen, buddy, if you're a Jew and you don't support genocide, like, what are you even doing, really? First of all, imagine unironically believing that it's wrong for the Palestinians to vote in an organization that pledges to destroy Israel when Israel is currently in the process of destroying Palestine. Just fucking imagine. Can you imagine if China invaded America and right now American territory is like 1/10 of what it used to be, and now we just have a couple of basically open-air concentration camp colonies spread out along the East Coast, and then, can you imagine if hey, we're taking elections and one of the leaders like, hey, we're gonna fuck China up. Yeah, no, fuck China. We're literally gonna all fucking die if we don't destroy China. We have to, no, fuck China. Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah. Oh yeah, we'll bomb China. Fuck yeah, we'll bomb China. They're literally eradicating us from the planet. Yeah, I can actually kind of see why voting for Hamas and claiming that we need to destroy Israel might actually be not only a reasonable, response to the policies that Israel has engaged in, but also morally just. The entire fucking world, except for America, hates Israel. Seriously, it's just America.
But so much of what you've said in the past would seem to turn its back on Judeo-Christian culture.
Oh, he's so mad.
I just
Really?
asked
Do it again.
you a question.
And I asked you a question. You failed to answer a single one of mine.
Because it's an interview. He doesn't need to. It's not a debate. You're not on a college campus, Ben Shapiro. You're not talking down to a student who has the mic taken away from them every time it's not their turn to speak so they can't interrupt you when you say something stupid.
I think we're done here.
Thank you for your time and for showing that anger is not part of American political discourse.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Thank you, Ben. Little Ben. Oh my God, it took nothing. The stack of cards just knocked over in the wind. Oh, dear. Ew, how embarrassing.
Grow the fuck up, motherfuckers.